What's up everybody, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now today we're going to give you a quick update on Solana because its price is continuing what we talked about in the last video, and I want to kind of add on to what we said. So with that in mind, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into the video. So looking at Solana here, of course, in the last video we highlighted the fact that it was now starting to interact with its breakdown targets from this ascending level of support. Now Tyler, what does that mean? Well, generally speaking, when a crypto is following an ascending level of support, at some given point it's going to break it to the downside. That's just normally what it does, right? And at the point in which we see that ascending level of support get broken to the downside, you're going to see it revisit the points in which it established support on that line. So say if you lose support right here, right, and it starts to pull back down, you need to go back and look at the different times that we hit support on that line, because those are your breakdown targets. So obviously we saw one right here, we saw one right here, we saw one right here, and then we created the support level right here. And what I told you all is that as Solana does start to look to make this break to the downside, that we could see its price come back as low as $162 or maybe even lower. But because of that, and because of knowing the fact that we do have these liquidity levels and these support levels that could easily bounce Solana's price to the upside, I am going to start doing some buying. Now today what I want to do is tell you the exact levels that I'm planning buys at and exactly how I plan on going about it. So what I'm personally going to be doing is doing small purchases, nothing too crazy, because again, my average cost is like $27 in one portfolio and about $31 in another portfolio at this point. So going too crazy on buys right now just doesn't make much sense from a macro perspective, but I still do have conviction that Solana is going to reach, $500, $600 one day. And so because of that, I am still going to be buying right here because it could still be a nice little 2 or 3x. So with that in mind, like I mentioned before, I am going to be doing some small buys. Now in the last video, I told you all that I was going to be doing some buying right around here because this was just a support level that we had came back to back test. And so of course that did turn out to be turn out well, but now at this given point, we are looking to continue lower. So what I'm doing is at this point I am buying. I did pick up a little bit of Solana at $170. Now the reason being is because again, this is a key point of support on this previous ascending level of support, and these are generally your breakdown targets. Remember, a breakdown target has the capability of pushing the price back up because it's now completed the goal that it had, and the goal was to get to that level. Okay, now another thing that I will put out there is that we are getting major buy signal here on the 4-hour charts for Solana from HillGrowthAgency. You guys know HillGrowthAgency is the indicator that myself and my company designed because I needed something that could do my technical analysis for me. I needed something that could tell me when it's a good time to buy, when it's a good time to sell, send alerts to my phone telling me, hey Tyler, buy some Solana, hey Tyler, buy some Bitcoin, whatever it may be. And of course, you guys know using this, we have had a lot of success. I mean, going back a little bit, you can see the different times that we've used it. HillGrowthAgency going off back here at the beginning of 2024 before the massive run, goes off again on the 4-hour time frames here in the middle of February before we go on that massive run. And now seeing how it's performed back here and back here, you now understand the significance of the fact that it's now going off right here. Now, before we finish this, guys, don't forget you can get 20% off. It is my company's indicator, so you can get 20% off with my link down below. And also on top of that, what I did want to mention to you is there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can use it for 28 days. If you don't like it on day 29, just stop using it, get a refund, and you'll never have to worry about it again. You didn't take a risk whatsoever. So it's at least worth trying, and the proof is in the pudding. You've seen how well it's done at this point. And so with that in mind, as I mentioned before, we are getting a major buy signal here for Solana on the 4-hour charts. Now, does that guarantee that its price can't continue downwards? No, that's not the point. You guys know that's not the point of the signal. The signal is to tell you when it's a good time to dollar cost average in, to start adding in and hedging in and levering into that position. Very similar to like what we saw back here, right? You guys can see this. We had moments where we got the major signal. Yeah, it did continue downwards a little bit, but then what happened after that was beautiful growth, right? Similar right here. We got the signal, continue down a little bit lower, then boom, rocket ship straight up, right? And so because of that, I take these extremely seriously, and I do believe that this is absolutely fantastic. And so the fact that we are getting this DCA signal flashing on this key point of support tells me that we're probably in a position in which we could see Solana at least trying to find a bounce to the upside sometime rather soon. So I am doing some purchasing right here around $170. If it does continue lower, I have another buy target set in right around $162. And from there, of course, I do think that we should try to find some support, but obviously it's not guaranteed. Now, hypothetically speaking, these are my only 3 current price targets for where I'm buying. Bought a little bit around 177, bought a little bit around 170, buying a little bit around 162, and I have gradually increased the size of these buys, okay? So say if I hypothetically bought $1 here, I might buy $1.50 here, and I might buy $2 here, right? Just buying a little bit more the lower we get to lower that average cost a little bit more exponentially, okay? But anywho, so these are the only 3 current level-based price targets that I have at this point, in which I am purchasing at. But what I will say is that under the circumstances of the situation in which we lose $162 to the downside, I do want you to understand that Solana could easily start to really trend downwards, come back to retest some of this $150 levels, come back to retest this liquidity around 130. I actually wouldn't even say that coming back to retest this previous high around $125 is out the question. I think that this is possible, although maybe not the highest likelihood, it is possible. And I think that it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if it did happen, as we do possibly go into a little bit more of a macro cooldown before the eventual rally towards the middle to end of the year. And so because of that, in my opinion, I think going in and starting to dollar cost average now, starting to buy into these positions now is a very good idea, because we are getting these major dollar cost average end signals. And although it may continue a little bit lower, I think doing any purchasing throughout this move to the bottom side is going to be one of the last chances we get before we do see Solana really start ripping towards an all-time high at some point this year. And so with that in mind, obviously that's just kind of my opinion. That's what I'm seeing, and that's how I'm feeling about this. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you purchasing? Are you selling? What's kind of your plan right here for Solana? And guys, I don't want you to forget there are a couple things that you can do that'll really help you get ahead, okay? First and foremost, you can go to the CoinW link down below and register, and you're going to get a chance to win up to $30,000 in rewards. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can win money. You can literally get money by just creating an account and depositing funds. So go check that out down below. And the cool part about that is that if you do it, you're going to get access to my free trading group. They post trade alerts in there. They have pro traders giving their charts and so what they're actually looking at. They have live trading sessions every single day in there. They have general chats for people to talk into, market updates, all types of stuff completely for free, which is ridiculous. I usually would charge a lot more a month for this, but it's completely for free. But what you need to do is you need to go and create a CoinW account, go down to the verification link down below. There's 3 steps you need to take, and then you can get access to this group, okay? So go check that out. That'll help you get ahead. Check out HillGrowth, as I mentioned before, 30-day money back guarantee. You're not taking any risk. So it's something that could change your life, or you didn't risk anything whatsoever. So the upsides here and the downsides are not existent. So at least go give it a try, okay? So go check those few things out. And if you do enjoy them and if you do like them, please let me know and other people know down in the comments below. But overall, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, you can always let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. And I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.